Heyo, and what is up, gang? Thank you so much for checking out Sledgehammer TV tonight. It is time for your official NXT preview and predictions for tomorrow night's NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, and we are going to talk about it right here and right now on the newest, fastest, rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show! So, let's do it.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
Alright, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me here again on the channel this weekend. My name is Nick Nightmare. Along with me is my trusty companion, my loyal tag team partner, and the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones, Blue the Snowball. And we are here to talk about this weekend's much anticipated NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. We love NXT. We get so excited when the takeovers come around, and that's because NXT is the chocolate chip cookie of professional wrestling. Take a look at this. I want to show you something. Look at this cookie. Alright, now if this makes you hungry or makes you want chocolate chip cookies, one, if you have one, feel free to pause the video, go get yourself a chocolate chip cookie, and participate along with the video. If not, I apologize for making you want some delicious home-baked chocolate chip cookies. My wife baked cookies tonight, and this served as the perfect example of why we love NXT. Because NXT is one of these. You know why NXT is a chocolate chip cookie? Because it has all the proper ingredients. It has all the right things it needs to become a chocolate chip cookie. Much like NXT has all the characters it needs. All like beautiful ingredients in a cookie. And then you bake this cookie. You combine all of the ingredients together. You take an Alistar Black and a Cassius Ohno. You take a Johnny Gargano and an Andrade, Cien, Almas. You take all of these beautiful ingredients, you mesh them all together, and it becomes this beautiful dough. And you put that dough in the oven and you let it cook. You let it take its time. 15 minutes maybe. Whatever it is your oven is set to. You put it on the proper degrees so that it cooks properly. And it comes out of the oven and it smells fantastic in the air, and your body just cannot wait to get your teeth chomping on one of these. That, my friends, is NXT. They take their time. They take all the right ingredients. They put it all together. And then tomorrow night, they are going to take those cookies out of the oven and they are going to serve them warm and gooey and delicious. And we are going to do this. NXT. I love NXT. TakeOver Philadelphia is going to be amazing. Take my words for it. If you don't believe me, then you're out of your mind. Excuse me while I wash down this delicious NXT with some fantastic coffee. Thank you so much for checking out the channel once again. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button if you love chocolate chip cookies and you want to become a member of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show family. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so that you will be notified of every single video just like this one that drops. Damn, that was good. And I didn't want to choke on it, so we had to do that. Also, like this video, share it with all your wrestling buddies. Don't forget to do all that for me before the end of this video. Let's get to the show. Philadelphia is a hot wrestling crowd. They are known to be a fantastic atmosphere for a wrestling show. This show is 5 matches. 5 matches, that's it. No filler, no nonsense, no BS. For the last 4 weeks, 6 weeks on NXT, we have been slowly progressing and building towards what has turned out to be a phenomenal card for TakeOver. Let's start it off with the first match on here. The Velveteen Dream versus Kassius Ohno. I'm not a Kassius Ohno guy. I hate the persona. I hate the name. I love the name Chris Hero infinitely more than Kassius Ohno. We don't need another KO walking around. It's bad enough we got Kyle O'Reilly and Kevin Owens already made it famous. Like, why do we need another one? Kassius Ohno, not one of my favorites, but he is a very talented individual in the ring. Not nearly as talented as the Velveteen Dream. The Velveteen Dream, over the last year, has quickly become one of my favorite superstars in all of NXT. He is right up there with an Alistar Black, or an Adam Cole, or a Drew McIntyre, or any name you want to throw out there from NXT. He deserves to be mentioned alongside Patrick Clark. I went back and I watched the last season of Tough Enough on the WWE Network, and you watch him talk about professional wrestling. And if you're a true wrestling fan, like most of us that watch this show are, you have such an appreciation for what he's doing as the Velveteen Dream. You know that that's not who he is. But he understands wrestling so much that he can take that character and take parts of himself and bring it to life in a way that I have not seen on wrestling in the WWE anyway in a long time. He is a breath of fresh air. He is a beautiful shade of purple that is coloring the yellow brand with charisma and talent. The Velveteen Dream is going to be one of the biggest stars in all of pro wrestling if they continue to go on the path that they have been going on. This match is nothing more than that. They are going to give the rub to Velveteen Dream, giving him a victory over a solid name like Kassius Ohno after he has come up on the short end of the stick as of late against the guys like Johnny Gargano and famously Alistar Black at the last NXT TakeOver. As much as I dislike Kassius Ohno, I would not be surprised if this match, much like the last match the Velveteen Dream had with Alistar Black, ends up being one of my favorite matches on the show. The NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era, are going to defend their titles against the Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain earned this title opportunity by defeating the previously undefeated Street Profits, which is an absolutely great tag team. Very old school WWE tag team kind of feel from those guys. Reminds me of Crime Time in a million and one ways, and that's not a bad thing, because Crime Time was a great tag team. They just didn't really get pushed by the WWE the way that NXT is pushing the Street Profits. If they used this same exact dynamic and did it on the main roster 10 years back when they had Shad and JTG, they'd be even bigger stars than they were in those days, because obviously by them not being around anymore, they did not really make that much of an impact in the WWE. This match, Fish and O'Reilly versus Akam and Razor, is probably going to be something very special. Four tremendous talents. The Authors of Pain, I truly believe, are ready for that next step. They're probably going to be called up to the main roster immediately following the Royal Rumble, if not be included as entrants in the Royal Rumble. Quite a possibility, because I believe that the Undisputed Era will remain our tag team champions for NXT, and giving the AOP a proper send-off. You know, they're going to lose this match. It's going to be their last opportunity to get back the World Tag Team Championships of NXT that they so greatly desire, and they will be moved up to the main roster. My fear with that, if I may breach this topic for a minute, is that with the injury to one of the Singh midgets, it's being mentioned that they are going to flank Jinder Mahal by some new, or with some new meat around his waist. You know what I'm saying? With a new group of guys to watch his back. Maybe meat around his waist wasn't the way to go with that description. Excuse me. But I'm afraid that the Authors of Pain might be Jinder Mahal's new backup, But we could definitely hope that that's not the case. And I truly believe this will be a great match. The Authors of Pain have proven to be great with smaller opponents like Gargano and Ciampa and everybody else because they're so damn big. Nobody else is as big as them except maybe War Machine. I'd love to see them fight the War Machine, who are coming up sometime soon, but I would rather see them come up to the main roster because we need tag teams. And they could fight the War Machine on the main roster in a year's time. And I'll be absolutely fine with that. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are going to win this match and continue their reign as your tag team champions. This match, the Women's Championship match, Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. I was not feeling this match when it was initially being built. But then I came to realize that right now there's nothing going on in the NXT women's division. And everybody that's available and healthy enough to wrestle Ember Moon for her championship, it's already been done. So the WWE, or NXT more specifically, let's not give the WWE too much credit, this is NXT, in a very intelligent maneuver, instead of going back to what they gave us already, they're trying something new. And initially I was against Shayna Baszler being gifted this championship opportunity. But after the sit-down interview we saw in the go-home show for this weekend's TakeOver Philadelphia between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler, it upped the ante very much, and it made me a whole lot more interested in what's to come. And Shayna Baszler made an excellent point, and she's pretty much saying, listen, I'm not here to climb the ranks. I don't care. I'm here to hurt people. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to put people out. Ronda Rousey is going to be the Brock Lesnar of the WWE. Shayna Baszler is the female Samoa Joe. Hands down. And she's not here to play politics and play games. She's here to win that championship, and she's coming for Ember Moon. Ember Moon decides, I'm the champion. It is my job to defend the division. You can't just come in here and start choking people out, trying to hurt my friends, trying to hurt the women in this division, and think you're just going to take over. Hence, NXT TakeOver. So Ember Moon is trying to stop the takeover of Shayna Baszler. I don't believe that's going to happen. I think the WWE is going to pull the trigger and give Shayna Baszler the win here, unless, to protect her image, they have her lose by snapping. Shayna Baszler's going to go crazy. She's not going to obey the referee's commands to break a hold or something of that nature. Maybe she pulls a chair out. Maybe she gets herself disqualified for being too intense so that Ember Moon can continue to be the champion and Baszler can continue to chase her very menacingly. I would much rather see that happen. But I have a strange feeling that they're going to, as a precursor to Rousey's arrival, really cement these MMA girls as legit. And in her first match out, she's probably going to defeat Ember Moon. Even if it's by some sort of shenanigans or somebody's going to come out and help. I don't know. There's a million scenarios they could do. This is NXT. They do things better. So I expect it to be better than what I'm thinking. This one is a hard match to call. But I truly believe Shayna Baszler is going to come out with the championship. Otherwise, what reason would there truly be to book this match right now? Well, she's only been in the company. She's only been on NXT for like 3 weeks. She had one match, she beat up a couple of girls, and now she's going to have a chance at the championship. Initially, it doesn't seem fair, it doesn't seem right, and the traditionalist in me doesn't truly like it, but there is nobody else, and they made it intriguing. They made a story out of it. They're not just doing it to do it, they're doing it, and they're making it work. So, I'm alright with it. I'm also alright with, for the first time in NXT's history, we are going to have an Extreme Rules match. And that's absolutely great. And you know what else is great? That they didn't cram this down your throat. If you watch NXT and you see any of the build to Alistar Black versus Adam Cole, they don't constantly tell you, first time ever in NXT, first time Extreme Rules match. First time, like they do with the Women's Royal Rumble. They've mentioned it once in all the times that I've heard them talk about it, and then they just let the story and the match speak for itself. The story behind this match has been absolutely fantastic. It has been one of the most compelling things on NXT. While they have been trying to crown a new number one contender, Alistar Black was on the verge of winning a fatal four-way in which Adam Cole was taking part of, but Adam Cole would stop him from advancing in that tournament. It was all he could do to not have the Undisputed Era destroy him and rip him apart. Adam Cole was absolutely furious that Alistar Black had beaten him in a previous outing. As vengeance, he cost him his shot at the number one contendership, and the rest is history. It has led us right here to right now, waiting for this Extreme Rules match. This may be the hardest match to call here, because Alistar Black has got so much momentum. Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era are insanely popular. Adam Cole has gotten the one-up last time by costing Alistar Black the number one contendership, so it is his turn almost to, do the favor for Alistar Black and allow him to regain vengeance. So my brain tells me Alistar Black is going to win. Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era will not suffer at all by taking a loss in this scenario. And I would be accepting if they did it the other way. I don't want to see Alistar Black. He's already had his first loss. He lost that fatal four-way. So it's him losing is not so impactful anymore either. It really depends on where they want to go with it. I'd be okay with it if, like I mentioned in the Authors of Pain scenario, Alistar Black loses to Adam Cole and then shows up in the Royal Rumble the next night. I'll be alright with that, but that remains to be seen. I truly believe that Alistar Black will get the win in this scenario. It will be a great match. They are going to take it to the extreme, and these are two guys that, on the independents, are known to go a little bit to the extreme. They're not afraid. You can see what Adam Cole is capable of by watching the War Games back. Absolutely fantastic stuff headed our way with this Extreme Rules match. Two absolutely fantastic talents gonna throw down. Should be pretty damn special. And in the main event of the evening, Andrade Cien Almas is gonna go one-on-one against Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. This match is going to be great. This match is not going to be good. This match is going to be great. Great. Johnny Gargano is the most underappreciated superstar in the world. That's my opinion. That's what I'm going to say about that guy. Sure, he's getting his shot now, but he's been around for a long time. His talent level is immeasurable, and he is one of the most talented wrestlers you will ever see. And Andrade Cien Almas, over the last 6 months, has impressed me greatly. His matchup with Drew McIntyre was absolutely impressive. He hasn't really done much since winning the championship. He has defended it. He has had a couple of decent promos, but he's got Zelina Vega to do his talking for him, and she has been doing a fantastic job at that. Andrade Cien Almas has never looked like he's been worth more money in his life, and he's absolutely great in the ring. He brought Drew McIntyre to a classic, and now he's going to do the same with Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano is the best technically sound wrestler in all of NXT. And when you consider all of the talent that is on that roster right now, that's really saying something. He may be the best talent on all of the main roster, and nobody even knows it yet. Excuse me. Oh my God. I cannot kick this last little bit of a cough. I apologize for that. The only way I see this going sour, nobody knows the status of Tommaso Ciampa. Usually when a guy's ready to come back, we've been hearing rumblings of it, but there has been not a peep of whether or not he's even ready. If he is, the WWE can be holding him aside and allow him to come out and cost Johnny Gargano his shot here. And I don't want to see that. I want to see Johnny Wrestling win the championship. And then you can have a jealous Tommaso Ciampa come out and ruin the celebration after the show. If you think about it logically, why would Ciampa do that? Why would Ciampa stop Gargano from winning the championship when his plans would immediately be to attack him and have a match with him upon his return? Wouldn't he want that match to be for the championship? So why would he stop Johnny from winning? Just out of petty jealousy? That would be stupid. Let him win the championship, then go beat his ass, and at the next TakeOver, we can have Gargano versus Ciampa for the championship, and it'll be epic, and it'll be fantastic. That's the way I want to see it go down. Johnny Gargano is going to win this championship tomorrow night. There is no reason why Andrade, Cien, Almas' reign should continue. It's not that he was a bad champion, it's just they really had nothing for him to do. Everybody else is tied up in all these other storylines. His main rival is Drew McIntyre, and he's still out of commission as well. So they came up with this. They had these fatal four-way matchups. They whittled it down. They got a few good storylines out of it, and they got a number one contender in Gargano, and we're going to have a new NXT champion. That's our predictions for this show. That is our preview for NXT Philadelphia. There's nothing that I could say tonight. There's nothing that I could tell you guys that will even be worthy of the show. This preview show is not even worthy of the production that NXT puts on. I do it no justice the way I talk about it. If you enjoy it, that's great, and I thank you for enjoying it. But you guys that watch NXT, you know that it's just next level. It's one of the reasons I don't cover it on a weekly basis, and that we really only come and talk about the TakeOver spectaculars that we get every few months, because it's just too good to talk about. It's so good that you can't even review it properly. You can't even preview it properly. Because you, however, as a journalist of sorts for pro wrestling, the bar is like up here just to talk about this show. So imagine how it would feel for everybody on the main roster come Sunday when TakeOver does what it does best and makes the WWE main roster sweat in their boots, because they know there's no way they can compete with what these young kids are doing down there on the yellow brand. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Once again, this has been an absolutely non-stop week of wrestling stuff. We've got content coming up all over the place. We did our top 5 most wanted but highly unlikely surprise entrants in the Women's Royal Rumble. We have the Raw and SmackDown Live go-home show reviews. We've got our top 5 Raw moments of all time. We have been non-stop on this channel, and there is more to come. We got the subscription box showdown coming at you tomorrow morning. Don't forget to keep your eyes open for that. Start your NXT TakeOver day with the subscription box showdown. It is definitely worth watching. It's going to be one of the funniest parts of your day. I definitely enjoy doing it, and you will enjoy watching it. And to make sure you don't forget, all you gotta do, if you're new around here and you made it to the end of this video, hit that subscribe button right now. Ring that notification bell, like, share with all your wrestling buddies, and we will be back tomorrow night and Sunday night, because the wrestling never stops, and neither do we here at Sledgehammer TV. That is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you next time, hopefully with a much better voice, right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. I am Nick Nightmare. This is Blue Snowball Microphone. NXT TakeOver Philly tomorrow night. We will see you there.